This is Fox Sports Radio 1400 WCOS Columbia. Available anywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app. Download it now.
Involved. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Fox Sports trending now.
Change of quarterback could be a good thing for the division-leading Houston Texans. Head coach Bill O'Brien today.
As I said yesterday, we don't make decisions, based on anything other than what's best for the team. And I think that yesterday and this week, I feel like Tom Savage gives us the best chance to win.
So with that being said, Savage will start Week 16 against the Cincinnati Bengals. Doug Marrone is the interim coach for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Janoris Jenkins of the New York Giants didn't sustain any additional injuries in yesterday's win against the Detroit Lions. He should be okay. Christian McCaffrey skipping out on the Sun Bowl. His collegiate career is now over with Stanford. He's preparing for the 2017 NFL Draft. Miami Beach Bowl, Tulsa has just drubbed Central Michigan 55-10. I'm David Gascon.
We are Fox Sports. It's time for Clemson Sports Talk with Lawton Swan.
Ready, set, just call me Swanee.
Tiger style. Tiger style.
Finally, Clemson Sports Talk has come back to Columbia. Hello, everybody. Lawton Swan back in the saddle once again. 316 Greystone Boulevard. Fast-paced, action-packed. Hurry up and no huddle sports talk programming for you. Fox Sports Radio 1400 in the Midlands. Heard around the world on the iHeart Radio application. Download it today free. The Clemson Sports Talk app also free. My man LOWELL, the intern in the building, hanging out with us here on the program tonight. The hashtag on Twitter, CST Show. Follow the show over there at Clemson Sports. Go to our website, ClemsonSportsTalk.com. The takeover is coming. We've got the chat room built in over there as well. It's only a matter of time, ladies and gentlemen, as bowl season is already upon us. Games this past weekend. Heck, games just wrapping up today. Well, a game wrapping up today. And then, of course, your Clemson Tigers taking on the Ohio State Buckeyes December 31st, 7 p.m. in the Fiesta Bowl. Yeah, the other day, Lowell, by the way, let me introduce the man so he can get his mic on because he's not allowed to talk until he bada booms you here on the program. He is none other than Lowell, the intern. Lowell, what's up?
Bada boom, realest guys in the room. How you doing?
Man, listen, Friday we played Everybody's Working for the Weekend. And I told you I was going to go back and listen to it to see how it sounded. Incredible. There's no question that's got to be a staple of this program. But as I sit here today, Lowell, I think the rest of the way towards, how when on a lot of shows, somebody will mention practice, the initial cut is to go to AI's, Allen Iverson's practice. You know what I'm talking about? You've seen this happen before? A couple of guys sitting around talking, and the guy goes, well, the other day at practice.
We talking about practice. Not a game.
Right.
We talking about practice. Practice, man. So, how silly is that?
You're aware of this. You're aware of people doing this.
I am aware.
It's similar to when they do the whole playoff thing, right? And people play it. I'm thinking, Lowell, that from this point forward, we need to get executive producer Rob Sanders. Matter of fact, I may have to ask Rob Sanders to do this today. We need the little beginning of R. Kelly and, is it R. Kelly and Jay-Z? Fiesta, fiesta, So we can do, when we talk about the Fiesta Bowl, you got to play that in the background. Fiesta, Fiesta. Anyway, the Fiesta Bowl, December 31st, 7 p.m., Clemson and Ohio State. Alabama takes on Washington at 3 p.m. in the Peach Bowl. The Gamecocks, by the way, bowl game coming up. The Birmingham Bowl against South Florida on the 29th of December at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Kind of a weird start time. I guess it's 1 o'clock there, though, so not an unusual start time. That's one of the things I noticed the other week. I was watching a special on Uncle Vern. Of course, Vern Lundquist stepping away from the broadcasting booth this year. And they were interviewing somebody, and the person said, yeah, that 2 o'clock, that 2:30 SEC game, that's the one that everybody's watching. And I thought to myself, wow, this guy doesn't live on the East Coast, because that's the 3:30 SEC game on CBS, not the 2:30 game. But for a lot of teams in the SEC, it absolutely is a 2:30 game. But we are getting prepared for the college football playoff. Dabo Swinney meeting with members of the media earlier today. Lowell the intern, by the way. The graduate. Lowell the GA, perhaps? Is that what we're going to call you?
Graduate assistant?
Well, you can put the emphasis on something there. I'll let you know which part of that. But anyway, the graduate assistant, the GA, Lowell the intern, perhaps. Lowell, congratulations, young fella. How's it feel?
Thank you. It's all right. I'm just glad to be done with it.
Any different than you felt Friday when you were in here as Lowell, the expected graduate?
Not really, because I was already kind of done, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'd already been done for a couple days. But I mean, it's definitely a relief to finally have that degree in my back pocket.
Have your parents threatened to kick you out yet now that you are, did it take less than 2 days?
Oh, the day of. Are you kidding?
Oh.
I
This after everybody left?
Oh, no. It was before. It was before everyone showed up. It was as soon as we got home from the ceremony. It was because I had gotten a little money from some people for graduation stuff. And I got a little money, and so my mom says, "Oh, good, that goes straight into the apartment fund."
Well, I noticed, and by the way, your family, lovely people, met your mom for the first time. I knew your dad. I told you in the text message, I would hang out with your dad all the time.
Yeah.
Dirk, if you want to come sit in studio for the rest of Lowell's tenure here, just for fun, there's a seat available. Heck, we'll give you a mic. You're probably twice as good as Lowell, but I don't want to hurt his feelings, so I'm not going to say that on the air. But Lowell's mom, dad, great. Mimi was there, which was the highlight of my day, getting a little hug from Mimi.
She was disappointed she didn't get an autograph and a picture.
Well, I just can't get there yet. I've tried to accept the fact that some people would like an autograph, and I have signed a thing or two here and there. It still feels strange to me. Mimi, I'll see if I can't get you. Next time I get a headshot, Lowell, a big 8x10, I'll sign it and send it down to Mimi. I'll let you take it. You can self-deliver that thing. Matter of fact, we should get a picture of you and I, and you should sign it as well to your grandma. That would be awesome. Met Lowell's aunts, neighbors. But I did notice one of your neighbors said something about being empty nesters. And I kind of saw a little sparkle there in your parents' eyes thinking about Lowell not being around. So I don't know what that means, Lowell, but maybe that photo of your fireplace is actually a photo of you carrying the love of your family out of the front door. There were some people on Twitter. Lowell's got this photo. His mom or dad's got a photo, a painting above the fireplace of a fella carrying a heart in a wheelbarrow. I just sent it out to social media to find out what people thought about it, and they responded. But maybe that's actually you, Lowell, carrying your mother's love in your heart to your next destination.
Possibly. That could be what that is.
Well, we'll see. But nonetheless, college football, Lowell, that's where we need to be. And One of the things that I've learned about the college bowl season is it can be a little crazy. It can be a little bit mind-blowing. And you've seen some of these games unfold, and you go, man, how did Team X not even show up for this game? You look at this matchup that we just saw on TV between, Tulsa and Central Michigan. What was the final net, 55-10?
55-10.
Yeah, that's not typically good. You didn't show up.
Well, the way that things tend to go in college football,
okay,
if you're hot at the end of the year.
Is this your expert opinion?
This is just something I've noticed. If you're hot at the end of the year, you'll play pretty well in your bowl game usually. If you're cold at the end of the year, you will not play well in your bowl game. Tulsa's hot. Central Michigan was cold. It showed today. Tulsa just ran Central Michigan out of the stadium.
And Tulsa, I believe, I saw a statistic come across a little bit ago. They became the first program in the history of college football with I believe it's a 3,000-yard passer, 2 1,000-yard rushers, and 2 1,000-yard receiving wide receivers.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Philip Montgomery has done a really good job with them. I believe he was the offense coordinator at Baylor for a while and went and took over that Tulsa program. And Tulsa's had some explosive offenses in the past when, Chad Morris. That's where Chad Morris came from.
Sure. But,
I mean, this is a whole other level than what they're used to, I'm pretty sure.
Incredible, those numbers when you think about it. 3,000-yard passer, 2 1,000-yard rushers, and 2 1,000-yard receivers. So, again, college football underway. The bowl season is back. It feels good to know that you've got college football, I think, coming up even tomorrow. I don't think there's any more games today, but I believe there are college football games the majority of this week. I know a lot of people already out. If you're a Carolina Panther fan tonight at 8:30 on ESPN, they'll take on Washington. The Panthers out of the playoffs now, though. A very disappointing season in Charlotte for anybody that buys into the blue and black attack of Panther Nation. Just not a good year for this team at all. If you think about it in terms of Clemson, right, and the expectations coming into the season for the Clemson Tigers, could you imagine if Clemson were right now a team that had 6 losses this season? If this was a 6-6 Clemson club, I mean, that's got to be how it feels. Probably even worse for Carolina Panther fans sitting there at 5-8 right now and already eliminated from the playoffs. So I don't know. They had high expectations coming off of the Super Bowl, but they failed miserably in getting back to some semblance of what we saw from them last year.
I do think there's going to be some good that comes from it because I think
a draft pick.
Well, that
some help,
but getting to play those young guys in the secondary. You started 2 rookie corners by the end of the year, and I think that you're going to take your lumps. You coming in as a rookie playing the cornerback position. You're going to take your lumps throughout the year. I think that's going to help them grow up because they're 2 talented guys, and so I think that down the road, that will be a good experience for them. Got to fix the offensive line. That's the biggest thing. Last year, I don't know how they did it because they had basically the same offensive line, but they fell off a cliff this season, and you knew you had these problems. You watched the Broncos destroy the Panthers' offensive line in the Super Bowl, and you knew you had those problems going into the season. You did nothing to address it. Now it comes back to bite you this year. You've got to go out and make a splash on the offensive line because that was the weakest point of the team. Secondary aside, I think the offensive line was the weakest point of the team this season.
And, there's still several weeks remaining, but right now the Panthers are probably around a top 10 pick, depending on how things shake out, maybe top 15. So you should get a pretty good draft selection moving forward. But anyway, talking about the NFL briefly, I'm a little disappointed in the state newspaper here, and I understand we're in the Midlands. By the way, here's how you can participate. I need to tell you about this, right? 803-978-1832. 803-978-1832. That's the number to be a part of the program. you can tweet to us at Clemson Sports or to the hashtag CST Show, and you can chat over on ClemsonSportsTalk.com. That's ClemsonSportsTalk.com. Just a couple of ways for you to be a part of the program. The state newspaper had a big headline in the online edition. I don't know about in the print edition, but in the online edition, talking about a career mark for Jadeveon Clowney in terms of sacks this year. I think Clowney has 5.5 sacks.
5.5
right now. And again, I understand we're in the Midlands, but Vic Beasley is leading the NFL in sacks right now with 14.5 sacks. This coming off of a year where Vic Beasley last year was underwhelming, was also thrown into that bust category. Now, I'm going to tell you, for the first few years of his career in the NFL, I thought Jadeveon Clowney was going to be the biggest bust as a number one pick we had seen. I thought he was going to actually go above and beyond Courtney Brown. By the way, both guys happen to be from South Carolina. I think Courtney Brown is the biggest bust I've ever seen as a number one pick in the NFL draft. Courtney, defensive lineman out of Penn State, played his high school ball down at Macedonia. And Clowney was borderline heading that same direction. Well, kudos to J.D. Clowney. And as I told you, I started rooting for the kid the minute he and Nuke Hopkins got together. I wanted to see him be successful because if he was better and Watt's healthy, then heck, man, maybe Nuke wins some football games and gets a chance to really showcase himself offensively in the NFL. How do you not have on the front page something about Vic Beasley leading the league? Something. I mean, you don't have to say go Tigers when you write the article, but I think Vic Beasley at least deserves some recognition, and I didn't see it. Now, I must admit, Lowell, I didn't scour. I didn't dig deep. I looked on the front page. It said Clowney with his career mark 5.5. Well, if he gets 9 more, he'd tie Vic Beasley. If he can get 9 more sacks this year. I'm just saying, put both. Clowney with a career mark, Beasley with 14.5. I mean, just recognize it. There you go. 803-978-1832, the hashtag on Twitter, CST Show. Dabo Swinney earlier today met with members of the media to talk about Clemson and their bowl preparation. Boy, you played that audio clip of Allen Iverson earlier, Lowell, and that's pretty much what Dabo Swinney dives into here in terms of the Clemson Tigers in their prep for Ohio State. He gives you the inside look at some of the things going on with practice up in Tiger Town.
Today is our kind of kickoff to our final prep here at Clemson. We've got 3 good days here where we really kind of shift the emphasis to game prep and dotting I's, crossing the T's, and trying to feel good about, buttoning up the plan and taking a break on the 21st. We'll practice here, and then everybody will have an opportunity to get home for a few days and try to get back Christmas night. So have a good little break there, and then we'll practice here on the 26th. This is one of those kind of weird years for us, to be honest with you, where we actually play on a Saturday. Normally these bowl games you play on like Tuesday, or so you're always trying to say, okay, it's Thursday, but it's a Monday practice, stuff like that. But we actually have a normal game week when we do get back, so we'll have our Monday practice here, and then we'll load up and fly to Arizona.
All right, there you go. Some of Dabo Swinney from earlier today. We'll hear from him a little later in the program. As long as we're talking about practice, we might as well talk about practice. So we got some more stuff there from Dabo Swinney. We'll also hear from him talking about the validation of a national championship. And does that really mean anything to him? I think in the best sense of the terminology. So we'll hear from Dabo Swinney coming up again in just a little bit. But as you know, if you're a fan of the show, on the Monday edition of the program, AB from the Charleston Post and Courier, Aaron Brenner, going to be joining us. And man, the biggest news out of Aaron Brenner's home this past weekend. I saw it on social media there. A little engagement. Aaron Brenner out kicking his coverage. Oh, yeah. He must have written her a persuasive argument, a persuasive letter on why she should say yes, because he's one of the best with the pen. We'll find out more from Aaron Brenner of the Charleston Post and Courier when we get back here on Fox Sports Radio 1400 on the iHeart Radio app.
All your favorite music, all your favorite stations, all free. And now, iHeartRadio is gift wrap.
I'm getting nothing for Christmas.
Check out one of many Christmas stations.
City sidewalk.
From classics to
Busy
jazz to rock. In Hollis, Queens, or anywhere you are.
It was December 24th on Hollis Ave the dark when I seen a man chilling with his dog at the park.
Download the app today or listen online at iHeartRadio.com.
Hi, I'm Alicia Kaufman Quinton. My daddy, Billy Kaufman, opened Kaufman's Meat Plant at our present location in 1955. My family still works hard every day to ensure fresh quality cuts of beef, pork, and poultry. How about a tasty T-bone, ribeye, or New York strip steak? But to order at Kaufman's Meat and Place. Just look for the signs near the intersection of US 1 and I-20 in Lexington. Call us at 356-0076 to place your order. Kaufman's Meat and Place, when you want the very best your money can buy.
For 28 years, the professional staff of the Hobbs Group and Hobbs Group Advisors has been dedicated to helping others achieve their financial goals by delivering quality, objective financial and accounting solutions to a diverse client base of individuals and businesses all over South Carolina. We offer tax and audit services, bookkeeping, payroll, litigation support, employee benefits, personal financial planning, investment management, and insurance services. Please call us at 803-799-0555 or visit our website, hobbscpa.com, to learn more about our people and services.
Cottingham Family Dentistry is proud to announce the opening of their new office located at 3722 Devine Street, and they're welcoming new patients. What makes Cottingham Family Dentistry different? It's in the name, family. They will cater to your needs and the dental needs of your children. Cottingham Family Dentistry offers same-day crowns, dental implants, cosmetic dentistry, including whitening, veneers, and tooth-colored fillings, and many other dental services. If you're searching for an amazing dental home, call 776-4234 or stop by their new office at 3722 Devine Street and become a part of the family at Cottingham Family Dentistry. Do you want a pharmacy that treats you like a person and not just a number? Then let Craig and Lori at Southlake Drug show you what a pharmacy should be. Fast, friendly, and professional. Southlake Drug can transfer your prescriptions and take the hassle out of getting your medicine you on your way. Southlake Drug takes all major insurance programs, including Medicare, Medicaid, and state employees, and they provide immunization services, including flu shots with no wait and no appointment. Southlake Drug, 1856 Southlake Drive in the Food Lion Shopping Center, 399-7701, or southlakedrug.com.
Get a free $10 Macy's cash card Wednesday through Friday. Macy's is giving away $10 cash cards to use in store, just in time for your last-minute shopping. Here's how it works. The first 250 people at every Macy's each day at store opening get a $10 cash card to use on top of sales and coupons. Get a free $10 Macy's cash card Wednesday through Friday. Employees not eligible, not available at Macy's backstage, furniture galleries, and going out of business locations. Exclusions apply. See store for details.
Welcome back to Clemson Sports Talk. Join the show now at 978-1832 or text 803-450-0086.
Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop.
Oh, yeah, Brenda Lee rocking around the Christmas tree. My man, Lowell, well done. Well done on that one. I like that. Tell you what, talk about rocking around the Christmas tree. I saw the rock on the finger. Aaron Brenner, my man, congratulations. Talk about rocking around the Christmas tree. Got engaged over the weekend. How you doing, man?
I did. On Friday night, got engaged, and I couldn't be happier. It's obviously a whirlwind this time of year. Every year it has been. I mean, with Clemson, it was 3 years ago the Orange Bowl, and 2 years ago the Russell Athletic, and Watson was going under the knife, and now a couple of playoff runs here. So getting used to some busy times in December.
Well, I'll just ask you the obvious question that everybody probably wants to know. What was she thinking?
Well, I could talk. People keep asking, like, how'd it go? How'd it go? And each of those people I go, she said she'll think about it.
Yeah, yeah. You made it. It's kind of like the NBA. There's a contract pending. There's an offer sheet. She's kind of reviewing it right now. Is that how it's going?
No, pretty much. She can't sign her letter of intent, for another year and a half. I will say this though. I will say this without going into too much detail. It was kind of a surprise moment, and she didn't know it was coming, but she was not in the proper attire that she was coming home from work, and long story short, she wanted to change, and when it was at her apartment, and basically I had to wait that they'll start out the game gangbusters and get a whole bunch of 3 and outs, and they'll just kind of get into these lapses, and next thing you know, Virginia Tech's moving the ball up and down the field, but nonetheless, I think you trust the defense as well to make just enough plays, and certainly to make plays when the game's on the line. So that's number 2. And number 3, it's that word culture that Dabo Swinney likes to throw around. And more than anything else, Lawton, I did a story at midseason about the winning gene, that this team just sort of has a way of figuring out how to make just one more play than the opponent. And apologies, I haven't looked too lately as far as Clemson's record in one-possession games over the last couple of years.
Right.
At one point, it was like 17-2 or something like that. That's not an accident. Okay, that's not a luck thing. That's just knowing how to win football games. So you put all that together: Watson, a defense, and a team that just knows how to win. And I think that's where you get that confidence from, even going into a playoff game against a team like Ohio State.
On Twitter, he's at Aaron_Brenner. You can go over there and follow him. And Aaron, the coaching staffs across the country always talk about how valuable this time is, at least the first real week of practice, in terms of getting other guys opportunities. And this past weekend, Clemson with the big news that now you've got Trevor Lawrence in that 2018 class, and I know that's a long way out, but I think the Tiger fans are saying, hey, man, what's up next too? I know they're excited to see what happens over the next couple of games, if there are two, but I think they're looking at the future. What are your thoughts? How does this quarterback deal shake out if you're Dabo Swinney?
Yeah, and I want to start by saying, and it is a good question, and to be totally honest, I'm working on a story on how exactly Clemson's going to keep this thing going, in life after Watson and Gallman and all that. I just think, as a sports fan, you don't forget to enjoy the current team. It's the inherent nature of recruiting is that you've got a number of fans that they're more concerned with who's going to be playing on the 2019 team than how a championship is going to be won by the 2016 team. Think about that for a minute. You're all excited because, Trevor Lawrence said he'd play here. And then in 3 years, if and when Trevor Lawrence is leading Clemson into a playoff, people are really concerned about that 2022 recruit. It's ridiculous to me. Worry about what's going on right now. Now, with that being said, there's my disclaimer. I just think that the Tigers, Sweeney's already said they're going to start with Kelly Bryant to open spring, and he is the veteran. Zarek Cooper is going to get a chance. I'm curious, Lawton, to see what Zarek Cooper brings to the table, and not just because of his skills, which we have seen in little glimpses during practice, but he has not been the scout team quarterback this year. That goes to Brent Venables. Venables has been the scout team guy, so I just wonder what Cooper's been doing all fall. I wonder if it's going to help him in the race to be the 2017 quarterback. Then when you look, in the next fall and the fall after that, whether it be Hunter Johnson, Chase Bryce, Trevor Lawrence, you got to find a guy who's got that it factor, much like Watson. And then you're able to sustain that, and that's how you become a program along the likes of, Alabama, Ohio State, Oklahoma, and Florida State.
Aaron, about a minute left. Let me throw you a little curveball here. Not too far of a curve, but just your thoughts on Vic Beasley leading the NFL in sacks right now.
Oh, he's been huge. It's funny because just the other day, I was sort of paying attention to Clemson guys in the NFL, and gosh, just not a lot of really high-achieving guys right now. Watkins dealing with the injuries, and Nuke dealing with bad quarterback play, and this, that, and the other. But Beasley, man, he's been really, really good, and it's only his second year. I mean, he's got that quick twitch move, and he definitely seems to enjoy playing for his beloved Atlanta Falcons, and really enjoys to be playing next to Grady Jarrett, who's also standing out quite a bit right now.
Well, that's a great point, man. The twosome there from Clemson on the interior or on the defensive front for for the Atlanta Falcons. Aaron Brenner on the offensive front for Clemson Sports Talk up there in the Charleston Post and Courier covering the Clemson Tigers on Twitter at Aaron_Brenner. AB, man, congratulations again on the engagement. Looking forward to talking with you, I guess, let's see. Probably not next week. I'll have to check the schedule. I'll get back with you.
We'll figure something out. Hey, Merry Christmas, Lawton. Always good to be on.
Hey, man, thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you, too. Aaron Brenner, there he is, ladies and gentlemen, here on Clemson Sports Talk tonight. You know, he made a good point, Lowell, about Grady Jarrett, something that I didn't even mention with Grady Jarrett. Also, I saw Vic Beasley getting that sack against Kaepernick, and I want to say that big number 97 over there was Grady Jarrett, who was right there in the mix as well. So
Grady doing what he's always done, which is get pressure.
Bowling ball. A bowling ball. 803-978-1832. Download the SeatGeek app right now. When we get back, we'll tell you how best to get yourself $20 in your pocket.
When you have a need for a plumber, you need it fast and you need it done right. If you're dealing with busted pipes, maybe you need your toilet repaired or you're battling a clogged drain, break free from average service and experience the best with Freedom Plumbing. Call James Carwell and the staff at Freedom Plumbing to get the job done fast, on time, and most importantly, right the first time. Freedom Plumbing, your local 24-hour plumber. Call 803-447-0471 or online at freedom-plumbing.com.
Are you a business owner looking to add high-quality staff members? ProRecruits.net is the answer. Here's why ProRecruits.net is better than their competition. ProRecruits.net will guarantee their sales hires for 6 months or they will replace them for free. ProRecruits.net is also locally owned and has lower pricing compared to the typical new hire contingency fees in the industry. ProRecruits.net offers a tremendous value for your recruiting dollars. Call Chris today at 704-737-9970 and let ProRecruits.net help your business grow.
Attention Tiger Nation, listen up for a new way to show your support for the Clemson Tigers and support a great charity. SOS is once again sponsoring Print Bowl 2016. This campaign pits the Tigers against the Gamecocks to raise money for a great charity. This year, the Clemson Tiger fans will support the Live Big Foundation, and they are counting on Tiger Nation to show their support by visiting printbowl.com. While there, make sure to enter their monthly drawing for a free printer emblazoned with the Clemson Tiger logo. Learn more at printbowl.com.
Buddy Delaney for Best Mattress. Happy customers and great reviews are two of the big reasons we're celebrating our 88th year. To thank our loyal customers, we're offering a $50 referral bonus to any customer who refers a friend and $50 off to the new customer. In addition, a portion of each sale will be donated to two of our favorite local charities, Harvest Hope and Pets Inc. Come and help us celebrate our birthday and let us help those in need. Best Mattress.
Learn more at bestmattress.net.
From Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer, tonight will be cloudy and drizzly and cold. Temperatures dropping to the mid-30s. Tomorrow, plenty of clouds and afternoon highs topping out only in the mid-40s. For Channel 25 ABC Columbia, I'm Chief Meteorologist John Farley.
This report is brought to you by the South Carolina State Museum. The South Carolina Museum is open late every Tuesday until 8, and the observatory is now open until 10 every Tuesday. It's 2 for $10 from 5 to 10 p.m. See the stars and moon through the telescope or immerse yourself in a new planetarium show. scmuseum.org.
All your favorite music, all your favorite stations, all free. And now, iHeartRadio is gift wrap. Check out one of many Christmas stations.
City sidewalk.
From classics to jazz to rock. In Hollis, Queens, or anywhere you are.
It was December 24th on Hollis Ave at the dark when I seen a man chilling with his dog at the park.
Download the app today or listen online at iHeartRadio.com.
Welcome back to Clemson Sports Talk. Join the show in the chat room at clemsonsportstalk.com.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock.
Oh, yeah, Christmas time is here. You know, I've listened to a little sports talk over the past couple of days. Not even kidding you, Lowell. Guess what? Nobody's playing the Christmas music. Nobody. In fairness, Jonathan Reynolds right here on Fox Sports Radio 1400 in the mornings is, some people need to get the Grinch out of your system and enjoy the fact that you get a chance to play a little holiday music. I mean, I know you don't have to be a big fan. I found a new group that I love listening to on my Alexa. They're called Straight No Chaser. And I know it sounds like a group of people who drink a lot, but it's like a Christmas music group who they're a cappella. It's really good. Really good. I worked on my Christmas playlist this past weekend. My kids are fond of two Christmas songs. Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer and I'm Getting Nothing But Christmas. The one about being bad. I'm not sure. I don't know why but I think most kids like those. Like I can remember when I was a kid, that one or those two, and All I Want for Christmas Is My Two Front Teeth. For some reason, kids are drawn to those three. Lowell the intern, your favorite Christmas song of all time is?
I do like Jingle Bell Rock, and I told you on Saturday that's our song.
Yeah, that was that. A lot of times I will point out the highlight of my day. That may have been the low light.
Why was that a low light? Well, we can't have a song?
Yeah, the whole we thing is what's kind of bugging me.
Why? It's just a song. You ain't got to feel weird about it.
You could say it's the Clemson Sports Talk Christmas song.
No. It's got to be more personal
when
than that.
You said our, that's our song?
It's our song.
Like, my wife and I have a song, okay? I'm not so sure I want you and I to have a song necessarily. But if you want that to be our song, Lowell,
it's only weird if you make it weird.
I'll make you a deal. Every time I hear Jingle Bell Rock, I'll think of you.
Thanks.
In terms of my favorite, it's White Christmas by the Drifters. I think that's the one that I would have to go with. White Christmas by the Drifters. So, anyway, we'll get back to some of Dabo Swinney's practice audio. I know I mentioned earlier that we were going to hear from him again. He met with members of the media earlier today, and the focus and attention has turned to the Ohio State Buckeyes and just the whole practice deal and kind of how that's getting all squared away as we head towards December 31st at 7 p.m. in the Fiesta Bowl.
So it is definitely different. It's a season. It's a whole new season, and we have a process that we believe in as far as how we prepare during this time, and we ask the guys to buy into it. But one thing I'm very conscious of, I don't want it to be a grind where they dread coming over here, and that's something that I'm very sensitive to. I want them to have some fun as we go through the process. I want them to buy into what we got to do to get ready. There's moments where we're going to really challenge them. We're going to stress them. We do a lot of conditioning this time of year because they had time off and they've got a little downtime. I know they're out eating cookies and stuff like that. This time everybody's wanting to, bake stuff or whatever. So for all of us, so we do a little extra conditioning. Plus I know that they're gonna take a little break and go see grandmama. So I think that they've done a good job. We don't try to practice very long. And I think it's important to manage the staff as well during this time. I don't want the coaches grinding. We're up here till, 10 o'clock, most nights. And during this time, I try to make sure that we have a balance of practicing to where we're done and guys can get some film review, but also get home and enjoy a little time with their families. So we have a good format as far as how we manage our time. And then, we challenge them. We work hard on good stuff, working on Clemson, plenty of game prep for the opponent, but then we really take some extra time. We have our GAs meet with our red shirts and our walk-on guys to try to, because they don't really need to be in the meetings to get ready to play Ohio State, but we need them in the meetings, so we kind of have extra meetings because we have more time. The GAs aren't getting ready to play an opponent next week, so everybody's got a little more time, so we can structure things where we can teach those guys, which helps us, shorten the learning curve for the spring. and then we coach them. We have a lot of JV practice, so we film that. So now we get a chance to coach those guys off the tape, and that's how they get better, and that's how you build confidence in those young players. And so that's all a part of it as well. But it's a good format for us.
There he is, Dabo Sweeney, again, kind of talking about some of the things we touched on with Aaron Brenner in terms of Zarek Cooper, by the way, who really looks the part. But as we mentioned yesterday or Friday on the show, I mean, Clemson's got a major logjam coming at quarterback. The good news, I would say, is this, Lowell. When you look at and we'll get to some more Dabo Sweeney audio later, and I want your opinions on any of this, okay? Again, I mentioned the SeatGeek app before we went to break. SeatGeek, don't forget their application. They support this program. They are the sponsor of our Twitter feed. But if you download the SeatGeek app today, you go in there under the promo code or under the settings tab, you enter the promo code CST, you get $20 off your first purchase. Think about this. $20 back, a rebate off your first purchase using the SeatGeek app. What an incredible group to get behind this program. Again, you want to be there, whether it's that big concert that your wife wants to go to or whether it's that sporting event. It's great to be there live. SeatGeek gives you the opportunity to do that. But, Lowell, in terms of Dabo Sweeney and Clemson and all of that and the preparation for this bowl game and the quarterback situation, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to make it happen, but the hit rate, and this is probably, again, maybe the more surprising stat, the hit rate on a number one rated quarterback in college football is actually fairly slim. And I know we didn't get into it too much the other day, but that's just the fact of the matter, is that in terms of player rankings, the number one rated guy doesn't pan out as often as you might think. Would you tend to agree? Let me ask you this. Would you tend to agree with that statement just off of the cuff?
Yeah, because, I mean, how many really, really elite players do you know of that come straight out of high school and are exactly what they're touted to be? You just can't have that many elite players.
When we get back, we'll take a look back at some of the pro style and some of the dual threat quarterbacks who have been ranked number one over the past several years and get your thoughts on those guys and how they've played, if you can even recall who they are, right after this.
Santa Claus is on iHeart Radio.
Ho, ho, ho! Welcome to North Pole Radio on iHeart Radio.
Santa's playing great Christmas favorites for those of you on the nice list.
If you're on the naughty list, you'll get static.
Search North Pole Radio on iHeart Radio and you're good to go.
I've got milk and cookies, a candy cane microphone, and Rudolph manning the phones. We're live on air.
North Pole Radio on iHeart Radio. Search North Pole Radio on the iHeart Radio app or at iHeartRadio.com.
Ho, ho, ho!
Looking for the perfect gift for that photo enthusiast on your list? Or maybe you're the family shutterbug? Then you don't want to miss this. Snapclasses.com presents a digital photography workshop Sunday, January 22nd at the Hilton. World-famous photographers Michael and Angela Koska will teach you how to shoot like a pro. Learn how to take your photographs from average to amazing. And be a photographer, not just a camera owner. Tickets for the upcoming class make the perfect holiday gift. Buy tickets now at snapclasses.com. That's snapclasses.com.
Love it raw? For the freshest sushi in town, Sakatumi Grill and Sushi Bar, 807 Gervais Street in the Vista. Sakatumi's flavorful grill for non-sushi fans features the Kobe burger, filet and lobster, chicken hibachi, and more. Fresh sushi, flavorful grill, Sakatumi Grill and Sushi Bar, sakifresh.com.
When a stroke happens, every second counts. So don't drive and call 911 to get to the emergency department as soon as possible. At Lexington Medical Center, we're pleased to serve our community. As a certified primary stroke center, our acute stroke team rapidly evaluates patients and provides them with the fastest treatment possible. This specialized care limits the chance of brain damage and gives stroke patients a better chance of full recovery. Act quickly at the first sign of a stroke and count on the Stroke Center at Lexington Medical Center to provide you with the best possible care.
Hi, I'm Brian McConkey from Watch Fox News at 10. We're committed to covering stories that matter to you. We're the earliest and only one-hour local nightly newscast in the Midlands. Whether it's on air, online, or on your mobile device, you can trust Watch Fox News to keep you informed of what's happening in the Midlands. Join us tonight for your first look at news, weather, and sports in the Midlands, 1 hour earlier on Watch Fox News at 10.
Hi, I'm Corey Miller of Watch Fox Sports. Join me every Thursday at 11 p.m. for the Overtime. The captain, Kerry Rich, Lou Bajak, and I will break down the best high school basketball teams and the players right here in the Midlands. Then on Friday at 11, join me, Mike Yuba, and Matt Dow for the fifth quarter. We'll have the latest high school highlights for you from around